to another video. Now today I'll be teaching you how to make a snake game in Python. Now here's a quick demo of what we're going to do today. So Python 3 this .py, my name of the program is this .py. As you can see, I can move around and I grow bigger each time I eat an apple. So when I touch myself or when I touch a boundary I lose, so I'll just show you what I mean. Yeah, so as you can see, I tried to go back on myself and I lost. So let's get started instantly. Before we get started, I just want to tell you one thing. So first you need to have a good text editor. If you're on Mac, I prefer Ideally, which is already free. And if you don't have it, in the description I have a text editor that you can use, which is called vscode, the one I'm using right now. And also you have to install Pygame, because that's the library that we're using. Pip install Pygame. If that doesn't work, try pip3 install Pygame. If that doesn't work, just search up how to install Pygame for your device, because sometimes this option doesn't work, so you have to use the other option. Anyways, let's begin. So first we want to import Pygame, we want to import time, and import another library, random. So first let's initialize our screen. So pygame.init, and let's say display equals pygame.display.set mode. So we're basically setting the height and width of the screen. So make sure it's double parentheses and make sure we define our height and width. Height equals 600 and width equals 600. Now let's quickly make the set caption. Let's have a caption. Pygame.display.set caption, single quotations, snake game. Okay, now that's done, let's when you run this code, make sure you press Control S or Command S to save this and run it here. If you're using VS Code or any other text editor, and just to so now when you run this code, you'll just see that it opens and then closes. So we need to do something for that. So we're gonna create a boolean and let's set it to false because game isn't over. Let's say while not game over. Let's say for event in pygame.event.get. Let's say if event dot, so we're basically getting all the events, and if event dot type equal quit. So if our event equals quit, so if we're clicking on the X button, then game over equals true. Now let's quickly make the player. So make sure it's aligned with the for loop. Or first, let's just fill the screen. So fill. Let's make it like blue, and then quickly define that. So blue equals. I guess I'll make it light blue. Light blue. Sorry, double quotations. Now let's make a rectangle for our player. Pygame.draw.rect. Orange. Let's make our player orange. Sorry, we need to first do the surface. Display is the surface, orange, and we're gonna store the position. XY 30 30 is the width and height. So we're storing this in a list. So let's set I guess let's set X to like 200 and I guess Y to 200. And let's press Ctrl S and let's run this real quick. Wait a second. What's wrong? If event dot hype equals, sorry, it's pygame dot quit. Sorry about that. We need to also define orange. Orange equals orange. Let's run this real quick. Display dot. Wondering why this isn't display dot fill blue. Oh yeah, and we also need to do one more thing to update. We need to update. So let's say pygame.display.update. So this should update our code, and now it should work. As you can see, we have a basic rectangle here and on a blue screen. Now let's do the player movements. So to do that, we're gonna have some if statements. So let's do if event dot type equal pygame dot key down. Make sure that's in caps. Then if event dot key equal pygame dot k left. Then we're gonna say change in x equals -10 because we're moving left, and if event dot key equal pygame dot k right, change in x equals 10. If event dot key equal pygame dot k up, then change in y equals -10 because in Pygame it's the opposite. So event dot key equal pygame dot k down, then change in y equal 10. Because when you're going down, the position of y goes, the coordinates go up. So let's also do change in y equals 0. Change in y equals 0. Change in x equals 0. Change in x equals 0. And let's quickly make this so that we can actually move. So let's say make sure it's aligned with the for loop. So x plus equal change in x, and y plus equal change in y. So we have to quickly define change in x and change in y. So let's do that at the top. So let's do change in x when we start is 0. Change in y equals 0 when we start. Make sure to press Command or Control S depending on what device to save. And when we change in y. Yay, we can move. And as you can see, you probably know that it's moving too fast, so we're going to be creating a quick time, we're going to make the speed slower. So let's go down here, and let's say clock.tick 30. And we need to quickly define that clock. So let's say clock equals pygame dot clock. Pygame dot time dot clock. I don't remember this Okay, so when we run this, it should be slower. Yay! Now, as you can see, I can go into the boundary, which is kind of weird. So I guess let's quickly fix that. So I'm just gonna do a quick piece of code, and then I'll explain what it does. So let me just create if x is greater or equal than width, where x is less than -40, or y is greater than or equal to 40, or equal to height, or y is less than -20. Then you can adjust this based on your screen height. If it's also 600, this should be pretty good. So let me quickly test this to make sure it works. Yeah, it does work. So basically what this does is if x is greater than or equal to width, the width is 600. So if it's greater than 600, which is about, I'll just open this, so it's about right here, then it should lose. Or if it's less than -40, which is about here, the negative side, and if y is greater than or equal to height, so height is 600. If y is greater than or equal to height, then it should lose. So if y is greater than 600, or y is less than -20, it should lose. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It does sound a little confusing, but it's actually not that hard. Now let's quickly let's make the let's make the food item spawning. So right here, let's also spawn. Wait, I think we should spawn it. Let's just say pygame dot draw dot rect, and we need the surface, which is display green, and we're gonna store this in a list. Food x, food y, width and height 30 30. So we have to quickly define green. Green equals, I guess, parentheses green, and let's say food x. So as you can see, we imported random, and that's for this, like, we want the food to like be like in random places. So let's say food x equals random dot rand range. So random range from 0 to 600, and food y equals random dot rand range 0 to 600. So let's quickly try. So yeah, and if we try again, yeah, it's a different place. I'm also gonna make this like light green because I don't like dark green isn't that good. And I guess let's say like let's make the code. So okay, so now we're gonna do the collision code. So what happens if we do touch if the snake touches the apple thing or the green thing? So if pygame.rect, this is like a class x y comma 30 30. So that's the okay, collide rect. So if we're colliding pygame dot rect food x food y 30 30. So basically if we're colliding, then we're gonna say food x. So we're just gonna make it random dot rand range 0 to 600. And let's quickly copy and paste this and change to food y. So if we're colliding with the if we're colliding if the snake is colliding with apple, then it should just change it should change. So let's quickly test it out. Yay, it works. You can adjust the places, like maybe 0 to 500. I just like randomly chose 0 to 600, but yeah, it's pretty good. Now, last but not least, let's do the growing part. That's the most fun part. Okay, so first we need to let's first we're gonna create a list. So let's name it snake head equal blank. It's a list, so the list is blank. So snake head dot append x of the player, snake head dot append y of the player. So we're also snake list dot append snake head. So the snake list is gonna append the snake head. So yeah, and we're gonna say if length of snake list is greater than length of snake, delete snake list. I'll just quickly type this and then I'll explain it because it's kind of confusing when you look at it. For a in snake list, yeah, just give me like a second, guys. I know it does seem a bit confusing. It was a bit confusing when I started Python, and game over equals true. I didn't memorize this code, though I think it's correct. And let's quickly define this. Let's say snake. Before that, let's do this. Let's say snake speed. So let's change all of this into snake speed. Snake speed. And let's set the snake speed equals 10. And also let's make sure that we set all our other things, like let's make snake list is equal to this. It's just blank, and then length of the snake is 0 and we start. Or sorry, let's make it 1. And yeah. Now we need to quickly create a function. So we're gonna name it. Um. I guess we're gonna do this above the while function. Wait, yeah. So you guys might be confused, but let me quickly do this, and then I'll explain it because that way it's easier. For a in snake list, pygame.draw.rect display, it's the surface, orange, a of a, the first index, a, wait, yeah, okay, and 30, 30. Okay, so I'll explain this now. So basically what happens is if length of snake is greater, wait, I need to just do one more thing. If Pygame, we need to make the length of snake one more than what it was. Okay, so now it's time to explain what this does. So basically, this code, right? When you basically eat an apple, the snake list and snake length will increase by 1, right? So the length can't be two numbers at the same time. So we want to delete the old number. So that's why we're deleting the older first. So we're gonna delete the one before. So if the length is 3, then we wanna delete the previous length, which was 2. That's why we're deleting the snake list of 0, because it keeps deleting as we grow. Get it? If you don't get it, please message me in the comments and I can clear it out. Also, this is for a in snake list. Uh, like up till the last. So what basically this colon and this -1 means from the last item. So if we're basically touching each other, like I mean if the snake is touching itself, then the game ends. That's that code. And here I think I did, yeah, this code. So basically what this code does is basically it draws the snake. So a this a is basically the snake list. A of 0 is x and a of 1 is y. So it keeps drawing it bigger and bigger as we the lengths keep increasing as we eat an apple. Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing, but when you like actually think about it, it makes sense. And then when we're touching the food X and food Y, then the snake is gonna grow. Basically, that's that code. Yay! So now we just have to execute this function. So um, let's right above or below that. Let's put our snake. Wait. Let's put snake. Wait, what did we call this again? Yeah, we named it snake, right? So this function, so we need to execute it. Snake. 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 Speed. I think it was. That's the speed. And snake list. So hopefully this works. Yay, it works. Hooray. So let's try getting ourselves, I guess. Because we already know the boundary stuff works. Yeah. Yay, this actually works. Nice job, guys. You got through this video, but I just want to explain one more thing. So why did I write this? Wait, what? Yeah, why did I write this code? So basically, to define a function, all you have to do is name that function below and the two parameters. So the snake number, or I think we should just name the snake speed and snake list. So we just like basically defined it there. Okay. So all we did was execute the function. To execute it, you just have to put the name of the function and the two parameters, or how many ever parameters you had in there. Okay guys, so good job. Now you can play, and you can also add like more stuff. Like maybe you can add a score. You can also add like maybe lives or something, or like like you can play again. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more updates and videos. You can please also ask me for any doubts and ask me what you want for my next video. Thank you guys, and see you next time.